Hello, family and friends. For others, my name is Charles Terrell. I've worked in the hotel industry for almost 20 years. Prior to that, I worked for the Tulsa Public School System. I presented workshops and seminars for organizations, entrepreneurs, and individuals since 1992. I've written a book called From Bags to Riches, and this is an excerpt from this book, from chapter 1. It talks about unpacking your baggage. This chapter describes negative, bad habits and behaviors that we need to unpack, release, and get rid of so that we can move towards our goals unhindered by these negative habits. Today's habit, which is ranked from 1 to 7, is a bad habit that I call number 6, and it's living above your means or overspending. Before the COVID-19 virus hit the world and crippled our economies in March of 2020, the average American household had less than $1,000 in savings. The average American family could not afford a $1,500 emergency. And again, that's why I know that some people are hurting. And I know that we need not overspend. We need to stop wasting money on liabilities in good times, things that depreciate in value, and as well as bad times too. I've seen many people, and it's wasteful and actually hurtful, but I've seen African American families, and of course families of other races, go out and buy PlayStations, clothes, furniture. And one coworker of mine in particular bought a new car during the COVID pandemic with their $1,200 stimulus check and with their unemployment benefits. Of course, no one can tell what to spend their money on. I myself have a problem wasting money on fast food. From steaks to Big Macs, I've wasted plenty on fast food. Money I could have invested and probably been a millionaire by now. But one thing I did to stop that was I started tracking my spending. And I found that over time, there were times in my life when I spent between $200 and $400 on fast food instead of groceries, instead of saving, instead of investing. So one day I caught myself. I was at the fast food drive-in, and when it totaled up, I canceled the transaction and took that money to the bank. And then every time, instead of buying fast food, I would put a little bit in the bank. It might be $7, it might be $9, but I began to put it in a fund called my Dream Account. And eventually, I had enough money to take a class that would help me further my goals of speaking and writing. I continued to put money back, and I would encourage you just to do the same. Find some ways to decrease your spending and not to overspend. Next, stop paying your bills and living on what's left over. Instead, change your mindset and pay yourself first. I'd recommend reading a book called The Richest Man in Babylon, and it talks about the principle of paying yourself first. Save money, invest some in your future so your money works for you, but then take a small percent. It might be as little as 5% of your paycheck, and invest some in your dream, and then live on what's left. Next of all, and excuse me, but this is from the book, and I am turning pages. Learn to set boundaries. Stop putting others' emergencies, other people's agendas, and other people's problems and lack of planning before your needs. Many people sacrifice, some to take care of a child, some to take care of a spouse or parent, But others consistently put needs of others before their own. So I'd ask you, how much longer are you going to put your retirement, your emergency fund, your business, or your dream on hold? Learn to love yourself more, to make yourself more of a priority. And instead of helping others, help somebody and help yourself by learning not to overspend and living below your means. I hope these suggestions help you. Tomorrow, I'll have bad habit number 5. But in the meantime, like or subscribe if you like the message, and I hope you got something out of it. Thanks again, and have a prayerful, powerful, positive day.